Are you ready? Are you ready for the thrill of victory? Are you ready to taste victory? Are you ready to take your sports betting to a whole new level? Sit up, put your feet on the floor, because we have work to do. Welcome to the grind. Welcome to Cappers Nation, your weekly all things sports betting show. Tune in live every Thursday at 8 p.m. and Saturday and Sunday at 9 a.m. Eastern. Let us make you a more successful sports bettor.
Cappers Nation Live. Good morning, good afternoon to our East Coasters. Wednesday the 8th. Glad to have everybody here. Welcome. Just getting the ball rolling. How is everybody's Wednesday going? Hopefully as good as mine. Gonna have a great program set for us today. Gonna break down some college hoops. Take a look at the action today. Another busy day today. How is everybody's day rolling? Hopefully you guys are all doing all right. We do have our email alert going out to everybody. I know that's currently being sent. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Let's see who's here. Nick Rez, always tuning in nearly first every time. Brian, Anthony, Shane, Chapendi, Jamar, Christopher Baer, Ricky Lee, good morning. Big D Mall in the house. Gennaro, good morning. Toby, Brian Watson, good morning, everybody. I don't know about you guys, but I'm ready to rock and roll. Definitely not only looking for a big day, Eternal in the house, Arturo P in the house. Arturo says, what's up? What's going on, Kyle and crew? Thanks for buying lunch, Kyle. Coyotes plus 114. Nice job there. Definitely a nice one on the Coyotes yesterday. About the only thing we did correct. Jeff, good morning. Thanks for tuning in. If you're on my personal plays, they have already been sent out to everybody. To everybody that jumped on board today, welcome. Eddie Sports Money, good morning or good afternoon. What's going on? Glad to have you here. Glad to have everybody here. We've got everything just now going out, letting everybody know that we are live. So again, welcome. If you're new to I guess I just need to turn my own volume down. If you guys are new to our channel, first of all, hit the subscribe button. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. That way you get notified each and every single time we drop a video. Jeff, you didn't get them? Okay, I'm sending them right back to you right now. All right, Jeff, I just sent them to you right now. So if you did not get my personal plays and you're on for them, then definitely let me know. That way I can make sure that you do get them. Fast Freddy, I got your confirmation. Thank you, sir. That was a fun one. That was a good one. Thank you, Nick. And Nick says, and thumbs up for all the hard work that Kyle does. We always appreciate it. Coriel, yes, sir, I will. 100%. Definitely. Let me grab my... Make sure I get you on it, Corey. Give me 1 second, folks. All right, Corey, it's going your way. Just sent them, Corey. Jeremy, what's going on? Fresh Cabar 45. Jay Stock, good morning. Gennaro, always, buddy. You know, we always take care of our own. I mean, you really got to be, not you, but, you know, just in general, somebody really has to be a real douchebag for us not to want to, you know, help them out, you know. If you're on for premium plays and you're looking for an extension, I'm sure it'll happen. Matter of fact, I know it'll happen. Accounting does it one by one, and we have a very big client list. So if you're on for premium plays, I'm sure your account will be extended here in a little bit. They've been doing it for all morning long. So we got everything up and running. We're going to be breaking down some college football. I wish we were going to be breaking down some college football action. We're going to be doing some college hoops action today. See if we can't take a live look ahead at that national championship game as well, possible. If not, the wild card games this weekend. See if we can't take a look at any of that stuff as well, if we could squeeze that in. But I would love, you know, yesterday we did 4 or 5, I think 4 college hoops game day breakdowns. And I'm going to be honest with you, I'd love to do a lot more than that today. Obviously, you know, quality over quantity. But I have fun with our 5-minute game day breakdowns. It's something that I actually love doing. So we'll see how many we can get through today. Hopefully be able to do a decent amount. Hail to the victors. What's going on, brother? Glad to have you. Been a long time. Hope all is well. Hope the family's well. Shane says, seems like a good day to do some money lines in college basketball. Lines are tight. There's definitely some tight lines, no doubt about that one. Shane says leans are money. Absolutely, leans have definitely been money for quite some time for us. And we're going to see if we can keep it that way, as well as make sure that we're putting you guys on the winning side of the plays. That's what we love doing. And we're going to keep doing it that way. All right, we're going to keep doing it that way. We're not going to stop today. It's going to be another great day today. We're going to go over the recap of not much that happened yesterday here in just a minute. Bear with me. I'm trying to multitask all at the same time, which is not quite working. It's not quite working. Give me 1 second, folks. We'll get everything situated here, and then we'll be back on track. Who's all right, Corey, I'm glad you got him. Busy day as far as NBA college hoops today. Yesterday I was not a big fan of the NBA card. There was a couple games that I had my eye on, a couple games that had interest. But as far as overall for the entire card yesterday, I thought it was pretty low on the totem pole. But today there's definitely some great games on the board. Some competitive games, possibly be some big blowouts. Definitely, as we like to call it, low dangling fruit possible today in the NBA. As far as college basketball goes, it's conference play for the most part. Lines are getting tight, and I love it. I absolutely love it. Although, you know, it has thrown us a little curveball for the last couple days. We've had a couple rough days as far as my personal plays go, which is, you know, a little on the rarer side. But we always bounce back. We'll have a little dry spell every now and then, just like we did the last 2 days. But then it's lights out, and then it's right back to lights out and performing and doing what we do. And I expect nothing less today. And it should definitely be a good day all the way around, no matter what. So definitely looking forward to that. Square 707 stream, good morning. Brian, plane crash in Canada or the plane crash in Iran? Hail to the Victors. Family is doing great. Little one is getting huge. I think she just had another growth spurt. She needs to slow down growing. We just measured her the other day. What is she? She's 3 foot 3 inches. She's getting big. She's getting big. Fast Freddy in the house. Fast Freddy, glad to have you. I wouldn't say toasty. It's going to be in the 60s today and then drop back into the 50s. I think I saw last night either tomorrow or Friday it's dropping back into the 50s. But I know that's toasty for a lot of you. Cato, what's going on? Nick says nobody perfect. Absolutely. We have our dry spells, just like anybody does. It happens. It happens from time to time. We were at a nice little hot streak, and we'll get it right back on track. Short sleeve weather. Whereas we're all wearing a sweater, right? So we'll get it right back on track. It's going to be a great time, and we're going to have some fun. We're going to have some fun today and get everything back on track. You guys all know how I love my college hoops, and could not be more excited for what we're about to do today. So better get your notepad and your pen and get ready to rock and roll, because it's going to be a great day today. Gave out in the live show yesterday the Coyotes plus 115. It was a plus 130 dog when we gave it out to our clients. That was a nice winner, so congratulations to everybody that tuned into the live show and got that one. We did drop the Timberwolves plus the points against the Grizzlies yesterday, so free plays went 1-1. We are 2-2 on the week with the big plus money. With the big plus money one as the highlight so far, but early in the week. Jeff says, Kyle, if they don't understand there's ups and downs, they shouldn't be gambling. No need to explain yourself. I get that, Jeff, and I know a lot of people do, but surprisingly, I get a lot of clients that come over and think that it's a get-rich-quick scheme, and they'll drop. It happened today, and there's no disrespect when I tell the story. So if my client, if you're watching and I tell the story, it's definitely no disrespect to you, because you're not the only one this happens to. This happens to so many people. They come over here, they watch the videos, they see us winning, they see all of you guys having a great time, and they expect get-rich-quick scheme, and their bankroll doesn't, maybe it shouldn't be to where it's at for them to be betting enough to, pay for, plays, pay for 3 days for $99. Our general rule is the longer you're on board, the cheaper we make it. If you buy a year package, your cost per day, your cost per week, your cost per month average is so little, you can be betting $10, $20 a game, and you can still benefit from being on board with us. But if you're a $10, $20 player and you're paying 3 days, for $99, you probably should be rethinking your bankroll and your betting strategy. And, a lot of people will come over and you have a couple losing days, and, all of a sudden they've lost, 2 games or 3 games, or hell, 5 or 6. If you're down 5 or 6 games, does it suck? Yes, it does. Trust me, I bet the game, so I know. I know. Does that part suck? Absolutely. But, never should losing 1 game, 2 games, 6 games put you in such a big hole that you're feeling negative effects of being down 1 game or 6 games. Does it suck to be down 1 game? Yes, it does. Does it suck to be down 6 games? Yeah, it sucks 6 times as much, especially financially. So you should never be in a position where your bankroll makes you feel like that. In order to be successful at this game and in this industry is long-term success. Long-term success. And you have to be able to ride those losing streaks in order to survive and get past. So to all the people out there that, think that this is a get-rich-quick program, first of all, it's not. You want to get rich quick? Go flip some penny stocks. You know what I mean? You're not going to find that here, but, what you'll get is you're going to get long-term success and long-term driven results that are proven and that consistently perform. And don't expect miracles right away. Sometimes you get on, you come out of the gate on the hot streak, and you get a nice big cushion. Sometimes you show up and you lose a couple days or two. But when it's all said and done, as long as you have somebody that takes care of you and you're betting properly and you're betting enough, you're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. Hold on one second, guys. William, thank you for tuning in via text. I'm glad you think this is well said. So yeah, and trust me, I don't want to ever see anybody get hurt, betting. And if you're betting, above your means, then you should, really reconsider, what you're doing. Either maybe purchasing, plays and having to bet more to pay for them may not be, best suited for certain individuals, or maybe you need to look at buying bigger packages. And I don't say that so that you spend more money. I say that so that your cost per day goes down. Because let's be honest. Let's do some basic math. I want to break it down for you guys. So if you buy our deal 3 days for $99, you're paying $33 a day. $99 for 3 days, you're paying $33 a day. You have to be betting a decent amount to cover your $33 a day. But if you jump on board, let's just say a year package, because that's just easy math, 365 days a year. If you jump on board, I'm going to use my personal plays as an example. You jump on my personal play package that they have right now for $2,000 for an entire year. You're now paying $5.48 a day. Whereas if you buy the 3 days for $99, you're paying $33 a day. Don Doe, good morning. Alex, good morning. And Fast Freddy, yes, sir, you can ask your question about Bitcoin and 5 dimes. So there's a big difference. Cost per day, you have to look at this as a business, because it is. Not just, us on the business of selling, but you on the business of betting. Myself on the business of betting, I treat it like a business. There's costs of doing business. Doesn't matter what business you do, there's costs of doing business. Be it a cell phone bill so you can place your wagers, or be it on, if you guys are on the other side, the information side. We have an information side. It's cost of doing business. So if you have the opportunity, if you're going to buy 3 days for $99, that your cost of doing business is a minimum of $33 a day. So bet accordingly. If you buy for a year, and this is why I say, even $20, $25 players can participate and can make great money. You're not going to see, betting $25 a game, you're not going to see huge results right away as if you were betting 1,000 or 500 or 5,000 a game. But if you take your cost per day and you take it from $33 and you take it down to $5.48 a day, it's a big difference. It's a huge difference. Over 6 times. I mean, it's basically 6 times, cheaper to do it by the year than it is to buy 3 days for $99. So that's why I always tell people, if you can afford it, you do it. And especially if you're a smaller player, you do it so that way your cost per day is down, which makes your profit higher. Because let's be honest, even if you're a $100 bettor and you get 3 games today, and we go 2-1, the one we lose is a -110. So you won 200, you lost 110, your profit is $90. If you're paying $33 a day, you just made $57 profit. Not bad investment. You nearly doubled it. You nearly made a 200% win on your investment. But if you get your cost per day down to $5.48, your profit just went up to $94.52 a day. From 57 to 94 and change. So there's a huge difference, not only profit-wise to what you need to bet, and so it's a lot of you guys need to think about that before you guys do what you do. There's no other companies out there that will tell you that. They just want you to sign up and listen to their get-rich-quick scheme. It doesn't happen here. It doesn't happen like that. So we'll start breaking down games here in just a few minutes, guys. That's just some real talk, because that is what I deal with on a daily basis with clients, especially new clients that come here. They lose a couple days or they lose a day, and then they're like, "Oh man, I'm really in the hole. This hurts. I'm in over my head. Yada yada yada." And a lot of it has to do with improper bankroll management. So that's one thing that I pride myself in, is being able to take people, even the most experienced, and help them in that aspect. Jeff says, but the people with bankroll management issues don't usually last for a year. That's why they do 99 packages, because they go all in, and if you have 3 bad days, they get pissed at you. That is true. That is true. Jeff, how long were you with me? You came on board, and we had a bad 2 weeks. A lot of you guys were with me. It didn't matter what we did. We got no members bounces that landed on the fairway. They all hit the cart path and kept rolling, and then went out of bounds. There was nothing that we could do. It didn't matter what we did. And I mean, this is back in, September, and slow and steady wins the race. It may have taken us a while to get the money back that 2 week stretch lost, but we got it back. And that's what matters. But you are correct on that, on your comment. Raymond Ruiz, Kyle, what's your thoughts on the KU game? We're going to go over the games here in just a minute. I know that's a high-profile game for everybody. Gennaro just bet 200 a game. Not everybody can. Not everybody can bet $100, $200, $500, $1,000, or $10,000 a game. So, not everybody's everybody's bankroll and financial situation is different. We've got $5 bettors here. We've got people that don't even bet tuning in. We get, trolls. We get supporters. We get haters. We get lovers. You get all walks of life in our live show and as a customer. And, my goal and my job here is to help everybody. It doesn't matter if you're a $5 bettor or, a $500,000 bettor. Fast Freddy, to answer your question, sir, you asked, when you receive money from 5 Dimes, do they send it directly to Coinbase, or do the funds have to go through a Bitcoin wallet? Well, Coinbase does act as a Bitcoin wallet. You decide which wallet you want it to send to. So if you want to receive money in Coinbase, you go into your Coinbase account, you click on the receive, it gives you a code, the Bitcoin wallet address to send to, and you put that in 5 Dimes for your cash out, and then 5 Dimes can send it directly there. That's what I do. I do everything through the 5 Dimes. Coinbase is awesome. Sammy says, who do you like tonight, Notre Dame or North Carolina State? We'll break down that game for you guys here in just a minute. We were having some real talk on bankroll management and proper bankroll management. Alrighty, so let me get all my live odds up and that. Oh, and speaking of live odds, let's talk about this real quick. So, for everybody that doesn't know, For everybody that doesn't know, you can get live odds on our website, and as of right now, they're live, 100% real-time live. As the books change, the odds will change. My goal is for them to keep it live for everybody for free. I'm not sure if that will happen or not, but even if they're delayed, they'll be the fastest delayed odds that you guys could find anywhere. And I think the mobile platform that we use for them is one of the best and cleanest and easiest to navigate. And out of curiosity from you guys, Jonathan, what's going on, sir? Out of curiosity for you guys, we have some books on there that we think that you guys will benefit from being able to see odds from. However, we have the opportunity to add one more per our deal with Scientific Gaming, okay? As of right now, for offshore books, we have 5 Dimes, we have Bovada, and BetDSI, okay? For the books here in Vegas, for reference, because we do have a lot of, local clients as well as myself, the books, the most important ones, the Westgate, MGM, and Mirage, the D Casino, because they come out with the lines first, Caesars, and Stations Casinos. Which ones? Oh, and then back east we have DraftKings. What book, if you guys could have one for, everybody that's not on, here in Vegas, be it an offshore or one of the, the back east books or Mississippi, which book would you guys like to see added to our live odds on our website? We are going to be adding one more, so I don't mind taking a request to see, who you guys would like to be able to get live odds from added on our website. So post up in the comment if it's after the live show. Feel free to email me, Kyle@cappersdirect.com. I'll be more than happy to take your guys' requests, and we're going to see what we get the most for, and then and give it out or add it to the website. So we just have to have Scientific Gaming turn it on for us and have our, and this is like we could get the Borgata Atlantis Resort. We can get Caesars in Mississippi, Caesars in Pennsylvania, Casablanca Casino. Taking a look at some of the ones back east, MGM Mississippi, Pearl River, Play MGM. Oh, we already have that. Let's see here. William Hill for Iowa, William Hill for Mississippi, William Hill for New Jersey, Pennsylvania, William Hill for Mississippi. Danny D-Rock says SBG Global. Fast Freddy says FanDuel. I didn't see FanDuel on there because I don't think FanDuel's making their own lines. DraftKings, we already have that. Delaware Lottery, 5 Dimes, yada, yada, yada. BetDSI, Bet Horizon, Bet Online, Bet Phoenix, Bet US. Bookmaker is on there. CG Technologies, which is Cantor Gaming. Dime Bet is on there. Heritage is on there. Just Bet is on there. Matchbook, My Bookie. SBG Global is on there. Top Bet is on there. Wager Web is on there, and UWager as well. Nick DeSlick, unfortunately, Bet365 is not an option. So and that's just a very small list of books. It's pretty big. Bet365 is not an option. FanDuel is not listed on there, unfortunately. Give me 1 second. I would like to add FanDuel, but as of right now, they are not an option as of right now. But we do have the DraftKings one. But there's a chance we might be able to find out whose lines they're using, and they might already be on there. But I'd like to add that on there. StatQuap, what's going on? But yeah, if you guys have, we've got room to add one more per our contract. We've got room to add one more per our contract. Brian, I don't see Hoosier Park actually listed, at least not yet. But if they use somebody else's lines, it may be a possibility. So yeah, if you guys have any suggestions, 2011 Yono, William Hill. Well, William Hill has different lines for every one of their books. They've got a live feed for William Hill here in Vegas, William Hill in Iowa, Mississippi, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania as well. So a lot of options for William Hill. So we only have the option to add one per our contract. Never has Casey Howard. South Point. South Point has very competitive lines. They're very friendly lines. But I'd like to add a non-Vegas one to the list to help out, clients back east. So even if it's an offshore like UWager, WagerWeb, BetUS, Pinnacle, Bookmaker, Matchbook. Who else is on there? We already have Bovada, BetPhoenix. A lot of options on there that will be, happy to add one for you guys. So if you guys have a suggestion, feel free to let me know. StatQuap, add you to the contact. I'm not sure what I'd add you to. Keebler Harden, whatever you do not send money to Coinbase BTC Vault. Takes 2 days to withdraw. I've never sent anything to the vault. Nick to Slick Heritage. Okay, well, I'll put that in as a request. And we're going to take a poll over the next couple days and the next day or two, and we'll add one after that. Yeah, the BTC Vault. Yeah, and I don't keep anything in there. All right, so what we're going to do now, we're going to start our game day breakdowns. We're going to roll right into it. And again, if you want to have access to the fastest, most updated lines, NBA, college basketball, NFL, college football. Obviously, there's only one college football game left on the year. Well, one that matters anyways. Feel free to head to our website. And again, it's still in the beta testing mode. So if you get an error, please do feel free to let me know. Or if you see something that you would like to be changed or altered, that would definitely, help your user experience. Also, please let me know. We're open to constructive criticisms. I want to make it the most user-friendly. And obviously, I'm not the one coding it or doing it. It is my idea, and it is my thoughts bringing it to the website, so as well as the other changes that are happening to the website. So if you see changes or you see anything that you'd like to have added on, but I will tell you, first halves are getting added on, actual individual line movements, as well as the time is being added on. First half in the future we'll have actual live lines for in-game wagering listed there as well. So a lot of cool things being added to it here in the near future. So let's get right to it. Going to be a great day today. If you guys are not on board, you probably should be. Definitely looking for a monster of a day today. And it's going to be a good time. I know my sales for the special sales that I have where you can get a month of my personal plays for $500, that is ending shortly. All my personal plays between now and the end of the NBA Finals on June 21st. That is ending soon, as well as the 1 year for $2,000 deal. That is also ending soon as well. So if you're not on it, you snooze, you lose, you're gonna miss out. So a lot of great games today on the board. Seton Hall, Xavier, Kansas at Iowa State, Arkansas, LSU, the Fighting Illini, Wisconsin, Mississippi State, Alabama, Florida State, Wake Forest, Oklahoma, Texas, Notre Dame, NC State, Duke, Georgia Tech, UCF, SMU. I mean, I can go on and on and on and on and on and on. Ton of games today. Absolute ton of games today. Compton drive-by, I'm on the Jazz minus 12.5 versus the Knicks. Also like the under. Peace, bro. Thanks for the drive-by. I guess the name implies there. So let's get these game day breakdowns. We're going to do some of the big marquee matchups for you guys for starters. And then after that, if we have time, we'll take some requests. Definitely going to be a great day all the way around today. Alrighty, so without further ado, first of all, we're going to start with the Seton Hall Xavier game. Start with Seton Hall Xavier, and then after that, we will move on to the next Kansas and Iowa State game for you guys. And then after that one, we'll do the Illinois and Wisconsin game. Florida State at Wake Forest. And we'll see what we have time after that. Shane says every day you're alive is a great day. I do agree. Blessed to wake up. Blessed to go home to my little one and my wife. Always a great day. All right, guys. Seton Hall, Xavier. Next up on the list. Just popping up the live odds, courtesy of our own website for you guys today. Let it refresh on this computer. That way I don't have to keep looking back over here. Cato says Washington Capitals minus 1.5 on the puck line. And the Chicago Bulls plus 4.5. Really liking these two games today. All right. Taking a look at this game, guys, if you're looking for the game number. For Seton Hall and Xavier, you will find it about middle of the page. It's game 825, 826. Line opened up, Xavier laying 3. They're still laying 3 in some spots, although a couple of the casinos did move it to 3.5. The Westgate moved them to 3.5, as well as Bovada. Bovada's got them at 3.5 as well. Total opened up at 138. You can find the total anywhere from 138 to 139 at 5 dimes, minus 1.3 for Xavier at 5 dimes. Let's take a look at Seton Hall. Let's take a look at the road team first of all. All right, here they are. They are on the road. They're 2-0 in conference play. This is a Big East Conference game, guys, just so you guys are aware. Kevin Willard, he's got his program rolling. They're 10-4 on the year. They've won 4 straight, and they're 2-0 in conference play. In their last 2 games were conference play games against Georgetown, who they beat by 16, as well as DePaul, who they beat by 8. All right, before that, they went 6-4 with their losses coming to Michigan State, losing by 3, Oregon losing by 2, Iowa State losing by 10, and then Rutgers when the wheels fell off and they lost by 20. Since their loss to Rutgers on the road, they've battled back. They've won 4 straight, including a conference road win against DePaul where they beat them 74-66. As far as Seton Hall playing on the road, they've got wins over St. Louis on the road and DePaul. All right, they did have 2 road losses, two true road game losses, one against Iowa State and one against Rutgers. And then they've got a neutral site loss where they lost by a bucket by 2 points to Oregon in a tournament game. They have won away from home with 2 true road games as well as 2 neutral site games that they won against Southern Miss and Iowa State. And Southern Miss they absolutely smashed. All right, Kevin Willard's got his program rolling. They're definitely in the right direction, and that's the winning direction by winning 4 straight as well as 2-0 in conference play. Their numbers have actually improved. The Seton Hall Pirates, guys, their numbers have actually improved in conference play. They went from hitting just 51.5% from the field to up to almost 54% in conference play. However, their turnover rate got a little higher. That was the only stat that actually went down was the turnovers. They went from shooting 34.9% success from the out deep to hitting 39% of all their 3-point attempts. As of right now, early in the season, they're the number 1 shooting 3-point team in the Big East Conference. They went from shooting, although their free throws did dive just a tad bit of percent, they went from, went more than a percent, went from 74%, went from 69.6% in non-conference before conference play started to hitting just under 75% in conference play. So their numbers have all gone up with the exception of all their 2-point plays, which is nearly identical. Taking a look at Xavier, guys, Travis Steele, he's got the Musketeers 12-3 on the year. They're 1-1 in conference play. They have lost to Florida, where they lost by 5. They lost to Wake Forest on a road game where they lost by 2. And most recently, they lost on December 30th to Villanova. They lost by 6 on the road to start conference play. That's their 1 conference play loss. They do have a home win in conference play against St. John's. They have no home losses this year. They have not lost at home, guys. Travis Steele and his kids play at the Sinitas Center. It does have a decent home court ranking, 3.5, holds which gives them the 112th toughest place to play. So you're going to give a point and a half, home court advantage right there. It is one of the larger schools, holds a little over 10,000 screaming fans in the Cintas Center, guys. And more recently, besides their loss to Villanova, they had wins over Western Carolina, TCU. They beat Cincinnati. They beat Green Bay. They beat UConn, although it took double overtime to get rid of UConn, as well as Missouri. It took overtime as well. Taking a look at, some of their other, even their losses, losing to Florida by 5, Wake Forest by 2, and Villanova by 6, all away from home. This team plays exceptional at home. I think they should be able to definitely use that towards their advantage. However, you got to take a look at Seton Hall and the teams that they've played and the quality of opponents ever since, literally their first week of college basketball. Even though they lost to Michigan State, they lost by 3. There's a high-profile team. They beat St. Louis. They lost to Oregon by a bucket. They lost to Iowa State by 10. The wheels fell off against Rutgers. They bounced back. They beat Maryland by 4 at home. And then their road win against DePaul, as well as a home victory over Georgetown. I think this will be a close game. I think the line is priced right on this one. If I was going to be doing anything at all for this game, it would probably be a money line bet, but I'm off on this one. I don't have a wager on this. As far as the total goes, I believe the total on this one is correct. Total being the 138.5 mark. I think that's a tad bit high. I do lean towards the under on this one, but nothing that I would put any money on. But I do lean towards the under, as well as I think it's going to be a close game. I don't think it's going to be a blowout by any means for Xavier. I don't think they blow them out. I think Seton Hall plays close. And for that aspect, if I was going to be doing anything on this one, it would be a money line wager on Xavier. Hold on one second. So if I was going to do anything, it would be a money line wager on Xavier with Xavier. As of right now, they're $1.55 in some spots, a little high in a couple others, but you can find them here around town and offshore, minus $1.55 if I was going to be doing anything on them. As well as I do lean towards the under as well on this game. I do lean towards the under of 139.5. But then again, I think it's going to be a close game. I really do. I think it's going to be a close game. It's going to come down to the end, and that total is going to be decided by a bucket or two either direction. Give me 1 second, folks, and then we're going to jump right back into it. Taking a look at the leans that we gave out yesterday real quick. Not the best of days on the leans, but there's a reason why they're leans and that they don't make my actual card. Definitely some close games. Said stay away from the Creighton game. We were successful on the Kentucky. Dropped Ohio State and Penn State as far as leans go on that one. So a 1 and a 2 day yesterday. It might be the first negative day on leans that we've had in quite some time. Usually the leans are end up being positive for the day. But that happens from time to time. Yesterday was an off day for us no matter what. Gennaro, you like the premiums today? Very nice. It just all depends, Matt. Just all depends on the situation. Have we canceled a bet? Yeah, we have. Generally, when we put out a play, we've already confirmed the players that we're needing to play. Generally, we've already done what we need to do on our side. But again, Matt, I see you asking a lot of questions, but you've never joined yet. You never joined, Matt. Hopefully one day you join soon. In 1 second, folks, we're going to get ready to do the next game day breakdown for you guys. Next game day breakdown coming to you in just a few seconds. But yes, Matt, definitely look forward to having you on board when you do jump on board with us. Give me 1 quick second, and then I'm almost done. I'm almost done. Sammy says he likes the points with Seton Hall tonight. I think they went out right. Give me 1 quick second. I'm almost done. Just refreshing the page. And then we'll be on to the next breakdown of Kansas and Iowa State next. That is an 8 p.m. Eastern time game. Goes down on ESPN Plus for everybody. Alrighty. Absolutely agree, Matt. Whenever you are ready, we are here. We're not going anywhere. Chido says, thanks for the plus money free play winner yesterday. You're very welcome. Glad we can deliver that plus money winner yesterday. We'll try and do the exact same today. Don't know if it's going to be a plus money winner, but we'll try and do the same and put some money in your guys' pocket. I know I'm definitely looking forward to it as well. Always looking forward to more great days ahead, that's for sure. All right, so let's jump right into it, guys. Kansas at Iowa State. If you guys are looking for the odds on this one, guys, you're going to have to go down to roughly the middle of the page, game 8-15, 8-16. Kansas opened up as a 6.5-point favorite. You can find them anywhere from 5 to 5.5. William Hill has them at 5. The Westgate 5. 5 Dimes. The D Casinos, Caesars, as well as Bovada, all 5.5. Total over and under 145.5 as well. Christopher Graza, what's been your greatest day? As far as what, sports betting go or in life in general? Life in general, the day my daughter was born. Sports betting, every day that we win. Alrighty, so jumping into this game, guys. Taking a look at the total on it. Total opened up at 146. It's down to 145. You can find it at 145.5 if you're looking for the under, or if you're looking for the over. You can shop around Vegas and you can find it at 145 at the Westgate. DraftKings also has it at 145 as well. Taking a look at both of these teams, first of all, let's take a look at the road team here, guys. The Kansas Jayhawks, Bill Self's got his program 11-2 on the year. They are absolutely balling out and rolling. The Jayhawks guys are only 2 losses coming to Duke in game 1 of their season back on November 5th, where they lost by 2 points, as well as to Villanova, where they lost on the road against Villanova. They lost by 1 single point. Their 2 losses combined have a combined loss of 3 points total. All right. Other than that, they've got 11 straight wins. They rattled off 9 straight after their first loss of the season against UNC Greensboro, Monmouth, East Tennessee State, Chaminade, BYU, Dayton, Colorado, Milwaukee, and UMKC. They are really untested as far as quality of opponent goes. They did lose to Villanova by a bucket and Duke by 2. And after the Villanova loss, they battled back against Stanford, beat them by 16. And then most notably beaten West Virginia by 7 this past Saturday. Taking a look at Iowa State and the Cyclones, guys, Steve Prom, and what his program there is doing. They're 7-6. A game above 500. They're 0-1 in conference play. Kansas are 1-0 in conference play with their win over West Virginia. All right, this is a Big 12 conference game for everybody that doesn't know. And Steve Prom, he's got got a tall task ahead against Kansas coming and playing at home. The Cyclones do play at the Hilton Coliseum. It is one of the larger schools in Division I, holds a little under 14,500 fans. It does have a home court advantage of 4.1, 16th toughest place to play in all of Division I. So you're going to give a 2 to 2.5 point advantage for the Cyclones being at home in this situation anyways, just for the fact that they are at home. However, they're a 7-win and a 6-loss program. Let's start with their 6 losses. Oregon State lost by 6. Michigan lost by 7. They lost by 8 to Seton Hall. They lost by 16 to Iowa. They lost by 2 to Florida A&M, which is a gimme game. All right, and then 2 to TCU in overtime. There's 7 wins come against Purdue, Fort Wayne, Seton Hall, UMKC, Alabama, Southern Miss, and Northern Illinois, and also Mississippi Valley State. All right, it's definitely going to be a tall task ahead for Steve Prom and his Cyclones. They're definitely going to have their work cut out for them today against Kansas. Let's take a look at these numbers side by side. Let's compare these teams and see them side by side. What's my best day sports betting? Greatest day? Every day. Every day that I'm alive to make another wager. I don't know. I've made a lot of money in my lifetime. Lost a lot of money too. But won a lot more than we lost. Take a look at Kansas, guys. They've got on our system the 13th best offense. Iowa State's offense, no slouch either. As far as adjusted efficiencies goes, they've got one of the better efficient offenses, and that's why, believe it or not, they have the 26th best offense in all of Division I with adjusted efficiencies. Excuse me, but that has a lot to do with strength of schedule and quality of opponent. However, defense is a whole different subject. We've got Kansas with the second best defense in all of Division I with adjusted efficiencies. Iowa State comes in at 120th. All right, Kansas hitting 56.2% from the field. Iowa State 52.4%. Both can shoot the three ball. Kansas a little bit better, hitting 34.8%, just under 35%. And Iowa State coming in just under 32%. All those 2-point plays, every jump shot, layup, and dunk. Kansas is the number 3 team in the country with this stat, guys. And there's no doubt about it, that they're absolutely succeeding, hitting 58.1%. That's the reason why they have the record that they do. Now, Kansas, their last game against West Virginia, they shot absolutely terrible, from out deep, and it's the one reason why, when you look at their conference play stats, they hit 17% in that game from out deep, all right? All year long, they're a poor free throw shooting team. This is where Kansas struggles, 65.6%. And believe it or not, they rely on 18% of their total points to come from the free throw line. Iowa State, they hit 55.1% of all their jump shots, layups, and dunks, and they're hitting just over 71% of the free throws. Very well at limiting turnovers as well. Height advantage, inch height advantage on average, a little more than that per player for Kansas. 2-foul participation protocol. Iowa State will not participate 9.3% of the time, 30.9%, so round up to 31%, which puts us in the lower, the higher of the low side, if you get what I'm saying, as far as the 2-foul participation protocol. Both go to the bench for nearly 30% of the minutes. This one, guys, I do like the road team here. I think Iowa State's trending in the wrong direction. So I definitely do lean towards Kansas in this situation against a very depleted Iowa State team that's definitely been struggling. And the fact that, you can get the line at -5 in multiple places, I definitely, on this one, lean towards Kansas laying the 5 today. I think they get the job done. So they're not going to shoot 17% again from out deep. It's not going to happen every game. I want to take the Nuggets money line. What do you think? Mavs or Nuggets? I don't have a play on that game. I don't have a play on that game. All right, guys, if you're new to our channel, first of all, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you are new, hit that subscribe button. Take 1 second out of your day. 1 second out of your day. Hit that subscribe button right down below. All right, subscribe, subscribe, subscribe to our YouTube channel. That way you don't miss a beat. We go live 7 days a week. We put out content 365 days a year. Monday through Friday, we go live noon Eastern, 9 Pacific. So what does that mean to you? It means we'll be live tomorrow at noon Eastern, 9 Pacific. Saturday and Sundays, we go live 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific, dark and early in the mornings on the weekends. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, tap that little bell right next to it. That way you get instant notifications each and every single time we drop a video. You will be notified. And then when you're done with that, if you appreciate all the hard work that we do to bring you guys the free content 7 days a week, do us a big favor, give us a big thumbs up in the video. Let us know you appreciate all the hard work. We definitely appreciate it. Crypto and tokens, happy hump day. How about those Timberwolves playing terrible D in the last 2 minutes of the game? What's up with these players missing easy buckets and free throws? I don't know what's up with them missing them. You'd have to ask the players. All we can do is cap a game and put us on what we believe will be the right side. And at the end of the day, it's going to be up to the players to actually do the job. So why they miss buckets, I don't know. I don't know. Raymond, appreciate that. Thank you. So we've already been live for a little over an hour. We're going to do at least another game. Don't have all day today, unfortunately. Wish I did. Wish I had more time in the day to break down even more games, because I certainly love doing it. Tomorrow will be a longer program, I think. Pretty sure I can. I've got appointments every day this week with the... no, I do have one tomorrow, with the exception of Friday. So tomorrow's program should be a little bit longer. We should be able to get a whole bunch of games, and I definitely want to touch on the early action NFL as well as the NCAA game, and we'll have some good information for you guys tomorrow. I was hoping to be able to bring it to you guys today, but it just wasn't ready yet, so it should be ready to go up on the website tomorrow for everybody as well. But I can't tell you what that is just yet. Tony Montoya, bro, love your channel, want to sign up. Whenever you're ready, feel free to jump on board. You just go to our website, cappersdirect.com. Glad you love the channel. Glad you love the content. We enjoy hearing that. We definitely enjoy hearing that. And here's a direct link to our packages. Feel free to get on board. And we look forward to working with everybody. Definitely look forward to working with everybody. All right, so we're going to do another one. Justice, hey Kyle, you have a play of the week, a game of the week this week? It's possible. It's possible. When I know, you guys will know, and until then, it's a sit and wait situation. Need to make sure players are going to be playing first, and do all the confirmations that I do ahead of time. And with with college hoops and the NBA, a lot of it's game time decision or the day ahead of time. So you need to basically wait to see where the lines are as well. So with nothing being out for tomorrow or Friday just yet, I definitely have my eyes set on something. And if it happens, I'll definitely let everybody know. Gennaro says, don't understand how some services say their games are 100% to win, then they lose. I can't say how other services, well, actually I can, because I've worked at some of them over the years. Nobody's 100%. Nobody is 100%. We're going to lose. We're going to have losing streaks. We're going to have a losing week. We're going to have a losing month from time to time. It's going to happen. But at the end of the day, what we do and what we deliver is long-term results and long-term success. And it's one of the reasons why we are as successful as we are. There's no other service out there that will take on clients, guarantee them success, and if they lose, take care of them until they turn a profit. Eventually, that all stops because they can't get you ahead. Either you just go away or something happens. Not here. Not here. We take care of our own. We will always make sure that you're successful. And it's with long-term successful results that happens. Yeah, Joe, 60% equals 100. 60% is good. If you're 60%, I would have to classify you as successful. I'd have to classify you as successful. And I could tell you this much, that if we weren't successful long-term, we wouldn't be able to do that. We wouldn't be able to offer what we do as far as taking care of people until they're, profitable. If you suck, you can't offer that, because you'll be just giving people games for a lifetime. And eventually that will stop. However, if you're successful, then you're able to do that. That's what reason why we do. reasons why we do. Doesn't matter how long it takes us. We'll get everybody ahead in the long run. At the end of the day, we'll all be ahead. At the end of the year, we'll all be ahead. And we'll always make sure you guys are successful, especially on your packages. Now, there is a rare occurrence. I mean, I got to be honest with you. The way we take care of clients is because it's the way we would want to be treated. You know, it's the way that we want to be treated. It takes a lot for me not to want to help somebody. Am I the nicest guy in the world? No. But am I compassionate enough about what I do? Absolutely. I want everybody to have a great experience. I want everybody to enjoy sports betting as much as I do. Some people want to do it for a living. Well, we'll take you to that next level. Some people just want to add to their income right now. They love their life and, they just want to add to it. Some people want to hold change. Some people don't like what they do and they want to do something different. We've got all different aspects. We got people that do a lot of research on their own. We've got clients that leave it all up to us. And we love working with everybody. We absolutely love working with everybody. But on the rare occurrence that you're just that one dickhead, I mean, you got to be, even not even a dickhead. I mean, you got to be just straight, just bad in order for me not to want to help you. We'll always make sure you guys always get what you pay for. You'll always get what you pay for. But as far as me making people money and all of that, man, I love doing it. And you just got to be a straight, you got to be pretty bad for me not to want to work with you. You know what I mean? I'm betting the game. So in the long run, I don't need the money. It ain't about the money. I make my money on the games. Plus, the company pays me pretty damn good to be here. Cryptos and Tokens says customer service is top priority for me. If you can feel and have passion for what you do, success will come. No doubt about it. As long as you have quality work, you got to add in quality work there. You can have the best customer service in the world and not be able to even pick your own nose with Bob's finger. But no, we definitely take care of our own, and something that we pride ourselves in. But anyways, let's get back to another game day breakdown, guys, and I'm going to get you guys on a free play, send you on your way. We've already been, I think the live stream's been streaming for over roughly an hour and 20 minutes right now. We've been live for a little over an hour. Keep it going, get another game day breakdown, and then we'll put some money in your guys' pockets. And remember, guys, whenever you guys are ready to get on board, no pressure. Whenever you're ready to take your sports betting to a whole new level and elevate your game, we're here for you guys, and we're ready to help you. All right, we're ready to help you. Just go to the website, pick out a package, as I tell everybody, that best suits your bankroll and your budget. And remember, the main goal is limiting your expenses. That doesn't necessarily mean buy our cheapest package. That means get your cost per week, cost per day, cost per month down. All right? So, got to take a look at that. All right? So, next game we're going to do Illinois and Wisconsin, guys. Let's take a look at the home team. Let's take a look at the Badgers first. 9-5 on the year. They did have a bad stretch of a 3-game losing streak. They lost their first game to St. Mary's. They bounced back with wins over Eastern Illinois, McNeese State. They did beat Marquette, believe it or not, at home, and Green Bay at home. They ended up losing on 2 neutral site games and a road game to Richmond, New Mexico, and NC State, who beat them by 15 on the road. And then they had a conference game to start conference play back on the 7th of December against Indiana. They beat them at home by 20 points, guys, to start conference play. The very next game, just 4 days later, against Rutgers. Rutgers got rid of them by 7 on the road, which put them to 1-1 in conference play. Since their loss to Rutgers, they've actually rattled off 4 straight wins against Milwaukee, Tennessee, Rider, and most notably Ohio State, who they beat by 4 this past Friday, which put them 2-1 in conference play, if you guys remember. Hold on one second on the breakdown. Tony, what do you mean by cost per week, cost per day? Well, Tony, we went over this in the beginning of the program. If you pay 3 days if you buy one of our packages, 3 days for $99, your cost per day is $33. That's your cost per day. You have to look at what you do as a business. Your sports betting is a business. My sports betting is a business. Cappers Direct is a different business. All right, but as far as my actual betting goes, or your betting goes, if you're going to be paying an expert for their, their advice and their opinion and their sports picks, you have to look at it as a business. Your cost per day is now $33 a day if you buy that package. And then I'll use my, 1 year sale for reference because it's an easy number. If you buy, a year rather than buying 3 days, a year, does it cost you more money? Yes. It costs you more money up front. Long term, it doesn't cost you more money. All right? Long term, it doesn't cost you more money. If you spend $2,000 on a year, you divide that by 365 days, your cost per day is now $5.48. $5.48 per day. For the same information that you can buy for 3 days for $99, and your cost per day would be $33 a day. So you can either spend 6 times more or 6 times less. So when I say try and, based off of your bankroll and your budget, try and get your cost per day down as low as you can, because that's more profit in your pocket when you win. So let's just say you're a $100 bettor, and we go 2-1. And this is the example that I gave out in the beginning of the show. You go 2-1, you win 200, you lose 110 on juice. Let's just say we had a regular minus 110 bet in there that you lost. Your profit is $90. If you're paying $33 a day, your profit was now $57. You made a little under, 200% return on your investment that day. Not bad. Not bad. However, if your cost per day is $5.48 and you made $90, you just now made what? $84.52 versus the 57. So now you just made a hell of a lot more. Now your profit margin is a lot higher. So, it's all about profit and loss, and cost per day is cost of doing business. So definitely take that into your aspect in your sports betting when you're picking out a package. Doesn't matter if it's with us or somewhere else. So back to Wisconsin, guys. They've rattled off 4 straight wins. They're now 2-1 in conference play after their huge win last Friday against Ohio State. Taking a look at the other side of the court, but first, you cannot deny any home court advantage. All right. The Badgers and Greg Gard, his team, playing at the Kohl Center. It is one of the largest. It's actually the 18th largest in all of Division I. It does hold 17,287 screaming fans. It does have a home court advantage ranking of 3.4, which makes it the 128th toughest place to play in all of Division I. When you take a look at the other team, when you take a look at that Fighting Illini from Champaign, Illinois, all right, guys, they're 10-5 on the year. Brad Underwood has his program. They started out pretty hot, going 6-1. Since then, they have gone 4-4. However, their losses so far in the year to Arizona, who smashed them, Miami of Florida, who they lost by 2, Maryland, who they lost by 1 point, Missouri, who they lost by 7, as well as a 20-point loss most recently back on the 2nd of January to Michigan State. Right after that, they had a miracle bounce back. I don't know how they shut down Purdue to 37 points. All right, they outplayed Purdue. They beat them 63-37. All right, they're now 2-2 in conference play. They've got a win over Michigan in conference play, and now Purdue in conference play. They've got losses to Maryland as well as Michigan State. No doubt about it, the Big Ten Conference is definitely a tough place to play. The Fighting Illini going up against the Badgers today, guys, is definitely going to be a great road game. You got to start comparing numbers side by side. You got to see what you can see. First of all, when you compare the Illinois offense and the Wisconsin offense, they're pretty much dead even the same. All right, Wisconsin's defense is just a hair above the defense that you're going to see from Illinois today. All right, when it comes to shooting the ball overall on offense, very similar numbers. However, Wisconsin does do a better job knocking down 3 balls. They're hitting 33.5% to Illinois' 28.6%. They're knocking down 77.7% of all their free throws compared to the 71.4% for the Fighting Illini. All right, the Illini have struggled in conference play. They've got 4 conference games, 4 conference games under their belt so far, and their numbers have dropped. Generally, good teams go up a little bit. The bad teams drop. All right, when you're taking a look at Wisconsin, Their numbers have all increased in conference play, except for their 3-point attempts that actually went down 0.2%. So basically, you can say they stayed the same. All right, as far as the Big Ten conference goes, when you're taking a look at just conference play so far, it's early in the year. All right, early in the year, Wisconsin's got the 12th best offense in the Big Ten. All right, Illinois. Sorry, not Wisconsin. Wisconsin has the second best offense. Illinois is at the bottom of the pack, but Illinois also has the number one defense in all of the Big Ten for just conference play numbers. Taking a look at pace of play, Wisconsin is a slow-paced team. They're not far off of Virginia's pace of play. Maybe a second and a half off of Virginia's pace of play at 19.9 seconds per possession, 17.9 for the Fighting Illini. So two slow programs, guys, today, which definitely will take effect on the line and on the total on this game. When you take a look at the total as well as the line on this game, for everybody that wants to follow along for the line on this, it's game 827, 828. It's the reason why you've got that total in the 100, the 120 mark. All right, in the mid 120s. Wisconsin opened up as a 4-point favorite. They're actually laying 4.5 in most spots. So Westgate 5 dimes. DraftKings has them at 4.5. MGM has them at 4. You can still find them at 4 in multiple books like the Station, Caesars, and the D Casino. BetDSI has them at 4.5, and believe it or not, Bovada has them. Wisconsin favored by 5. Total on this game opened up at 125. Believe it or not, it clicked up a half a point. It's sitting at 126. And when you're taking a look at the rest of the shooting, first of all, both of these teams were very, very, very good all year long number-wise at preventing turnovers on offense. However, when Illinois entered conference play, everything seemed to just shit the bed. All right, they're 2-2 in conference play, but the numbers don't even support that. I don't know how they have 2 wins in conference play, especially against the likes of Purdue and Michigan, when the numbers they're showing in conference play are absolutely horrible. Now, 2-foul participation, Illinois don't play that game. They don't even play a percent. You pick up 2 fouls early in the first half, you're on the bench immediately. Wisconsin will dabble with it at 27.2%. That's still on the low side, but it still gives room for Illinois to get some easy baskets. Shane says, I'm going to this game today. Go Badgers. Going with the Badgers money line. Tough at home. They're definitely tough at home. They've got they've got the 128th toughest team or toughest place to play at the Kohl Center there. I think this will be a great game. I think it's going to be competitive. When you're taking a look at numbers in conference play, Wisconsin is definitely trending in the right direction. The one part that I don't like for Illinois is they're unproven away from home. Actually, they are proven away from home. They've proven that they can't win at home. They've proven that they can't win big games at home. And so far early in conference play, they've also proven that they can't win on the road in conference play. However, they lost to Maryland to start the year in conference play, and they lost by 1 point, 59-58, in a super low-scoring game. All right, their only road victory came against Grand Canyon, who they couldn't even put away Grand Canyon down in Arizona, down in Phoenix. They beat them by 12. Other than that, they got slaughtered by Arizona on the road. They lost to Maryland by 1 in a conference game on the road. They lost a neutral site game to Missouri by 7. And they just lost to Michigan State by 20 on the road. Absolutely, as Ryan said, a game that Illinois was up big. So I definitely, I like the Fighting Illini. I like their program. I like what they just did against Purdue. I like what they did against Michigan. I like what they did against Old Dominion. I don't like what happened in the game against Maryland. I don't like what happened in the game against Michigan State. And that scares me for this aspect with them playing Wisconsin, guys. The Badgers are trending in the right direction. They're 2-1 in conference play. They have not lost at home yet. They've got 5 losses on the year, and not one is taking place in the Kohl Center. All right, you take a look at their home games. They beat Rider by 28. They beat Milwaukee by 19. They beat Indiana by 20. They beat Green Bay by 18, Marquette by 16, McNeese State by 20, Eastern Illinois by 13. They have not been tested at home. They have not been tested at home. Now, taking a look a little more in depth at the program, taking a look at height advantage. There's a distinct height advantage for the Fighting Illini. They've got almost a full inch height advantage on average per player. They both go to the bench for the same amount of time. The 2-foul participation protocol definitely favors the Fighting Illini. However, if the Wisconsin players, if they're able to hold, some discipline. If Greg Gard, if one of their players picks up 2 fouls, if Nate Roovers or Tyler Wall, Brad Davison, Breven Pritzel, if they pick up 2 fouls early in the first half and they're going to get some playing time, if they can show restraint, if they can make sure that they don't, they play a solid defensive game without giving up a sloppy 3rd foul, then that goes out of the equation. That 2-foul participation and the advantage that definitely favors the Fighting Illini, that goes right out the window. All right? With the line on this one being where it's at. And as Shane just said, bringing up the 3-pointers. There's no doubt about it. The Badgers, Wisconsin guys, they rely on the 3-ball. 31.4% of their total points come from out deep. That's the 5th highest number in all of Division I. The 5th highest in all of Division I. All right? So, with this one, guys, where the line is where it's at on this game, with Wisconsin laying, 4.5, 4 in certain spots. If the Fighting Illini were getting more points, because I like their program. However, what they've shown on the road, with the exception of the Maryland game, is they can't win on the road. Missouri beat them by 7 in a neutral site game. Michigan State just slaughtered them, although Michigan State's a much better and more of a quality program. Same thing with Arizona. So I think this one definitely has the making to be a close game. I think it's decided not by a monster blowout. I think Illinois can hold their own in the situation, but can they, stay within the number? One thing that I like is Illinois' defense. They're holding teams at 31.9% from shooting from out deep. Wisconsin's a 33.5% 3-ball shooting team. In conference play, Wisconsin has defended the 3-ball exceptionally well. That's one thing Illinois has done well. Illinois has defended shots exceptionally well in conference play. Now, their shooting is horrendous in conference play. Their defense has been great. They have the number 1 defense as far as an adjusted efficiencies go in the Big Ten Conference as of right now, during conference play only. During conference play only, the numbers they're putting out are absolutely amazing. Holding teams over 4 games to 23.9% shooting from out deep, 43.3% shooting of all their two-point plays. Heck, even teams are only putting up 68.6% from the free throw line, opposing them over the 4 games. And that's some quality opponents in their conference games. Maryland, Michigan, Michigan State, and Purdue. That's 4 quality programs that the Fighting Illini have played exceptionally well. For that aspect, I go back and forth on this one. If it was a neutral site game, it'd be Wisconsin or Wisconsin, Illinois. I'd probably favor Illinois a lot more. With it being at the Kohl Center, being the home court advantage, I favor Wisconsin. And if I had to put my money on it, that's who I'd put my money on. I'd take Wisconsin laying the 4. But again, if it was a neutral site game or they were playing up in Champaign, I would take the other side. So I think this is going to be a close game. I think it's going to be decided by 4 or 5 points. I don't think it's going to be a big blowout. I probably wouldn't bet this game at all. And as Shane said, the Badgers are going to play tough at home. If he did anything, he's going with the money line, he said. So, for this one, it's more of a stay away for me than it even is, a lean. So, Tom, what's going on? Tuning in just at the end. So, it's that time, guys. It's time to get you guys on a nice monster free play. Time to put some money in your guys' pocket. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Which package should I choose from? which package should I choose from? Premium, my personal, or another NHL package play, since we got you guys a nice big NHL winner yesterday. You guys choose. Well, you guys can't choose because you guys are never in agreement. You guys are never in agreement. You guys are never in agreement. That's for sure. Jamar votes NHL by text. Stat Co-op says NHL. Christopher Bear, NHL. All right. Well, if we counted Stat Co-op's votes, it definitely would win the NHL. Bang, bang, Niner game. Nice winner with the Coyotes last night. Thank you, sir. Aaron Gore, how are you, sir? Chino says, surprise me. Well, now that I think about it, I already gave you guys an NHL play today. I did. Jeff says we talked about this before the show and decided premium. I already gave you guys an NHL play, which is true, in our daily free play video. If you did not watch that one, which I know a lot of you have not yet, I already gave you guys an NHL winner. Jamar said he did put NHL 19 times. Happy New Year's to you as well, Aaron. Hopefully you and the family are well. So there's a direct link to our other YouTube video, our daily free play, that has an NHL play in it. So do us a huge favor. When you go watch that video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Drop us a comment. Drop us a comment in that video as well. All right? I will get you guys on a free play today. You guys are wanting a college basketball, so I'm going to give you a college basketball. But I just want to double check the odds, make sure nothing's changed. And it's actually a half a point better in some spots. A half a point better in some spots. But for the most part, it's pretty much the same. Bang Bang Niner Game says he watched it. Very nice. Stat Co-op definitely voted for NHL. So, with that being said, it's free play time, and I'm going to put you guys on a winner. Hold on one second, folks. Okay. Free play coming your way as soon as I get this frozen screen out of the way. Mr. Freeze. That was one of the more flattering pictures of me that froze. So, all right, guys. Free premium play today. Free premium play today. College hoops. South Dakota State on the road against Denver. We gave it out. They were laying 7.5. I do see it has dropped to 7 in a couple spots. You're either going to get 7 or 7.5. Either should be fine. If you get 7.5, that's fine. That's what we put it out earlier. Arturo P, are you watching Frozen? I've seen Frozen. I've seen Frozen 2. I've seen Frozen backwards. I've seen Frozen every single toys. We've got a castle that's like literally as tall as me, 6 feet tall, with like nearly life-size Elsa dolls around the house. You name it, I've got Frozen at the house, all right? So we definitely got a lot of Frozen. All right, so back to the free play. South Dakota State, if you get 7, perfect. If you get 7.5, that's fine as well. Got something in my eyeball. Eyeball's burning. So enjoy that free play, guys. Arturo, same thing. Yeah, we got a lot of frozen going on at the house. We got a lot of frozen going on at the house. That's for sure. Remember, guys, get on board today. If you're on my personal plays, it's not too late to get on board. I already sent them out, and we can add you to the list as well. You can get all of my personal plays between now and the NBA Finals for $1,500. You could get a year of my personal plays on sale, which that sale ends soon, for $2,000, which ends up being, we did the math, $5 and, what did we say it was, 48 cents a day? $5.48 a day. Killer, killer, killer deal. So get on board today, guys. Look forward to working with each and every single one of you. And got some big stuff to announce for tomorrow, so make sure you guys tune in live tomorrow. And let's have a great time, all right, guys? Enjoy your day. Let's make some money. Tomorrow, we're going to try and get you guys on even more free plays, more leans, and we're going to have some fun tomorrow, all right? We're going to have some fun tomorrow. Tomorrow's show is going to be a good time, so make sure you guys tune in live tomorrow, noon Eastern, 9 Pacific. If you haven't already done so, hit that subscribe button right now. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. That way you get notified every single time we drop a video. So if you haven't done so, hit that subscribe button right now. That way you get notified every single time we put out content. You'll be notified. All right? Tap that little bell right next to it. That way you get instant notifications. And again, if you haven't already done so, on your way out, make sure you hit the thumbs up button. All right? It definitely helps us out. Gets our video trending on YouTube. And we definitely appreciate it. The bigger we build this, I tell you guys this all the time, the bigger we build this, the more I'll give to you guys every single day for free. All right, so let's build it. All right, let's build it. So with that being said, let's make a boatload of money together, guys, and let's have a great day, all right? We'll see you guys all live tomorrow, noon Eastern, 9 Pacific. Take it easy.